What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto here. Time for your XRP update. Now, I didn't cover this yesterday, so we've got some pretty big news stories to cover off, namely some secret SEC meetings. What's going on with that? A big news from a Japanese exchange, and finally, XRP to $470. What is that all about? Well, find out in this video. And if you're bullish on XRP, you want to see more content like this, do smash the like button. That's how I know you enjoy this. And if you're new, please subscribe. We're on our way to 20K by the end of the year. And with that being said, let's take a look at what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. It's been a very interesting day. We thought we were going to get a push down on Bitcoin. We kind of did, with a consolidation and then a hold around the 37,300. So the news of CZ moving on is done. Now, it is interesting though, the new CEO that's come in, we do need to talk a lot about that, and more importantly, his connections back into XRP. So we take a look at XRP. We're having a very good day, booking the trend of the market right now, 62.06. And when I saw it at 57 cents the other day, I was talking about this on my live stream, I couldn't help but buy. Down about 8% on the volume, but market cap still around that $33 billion, up around 1.38%. So very good news. XRP holding up very well. So what are we talking about when we talk about these secret meetings? Well, we do know that there is a meeting on the 30th of November, a confidential SEC meeting in which it's going to be focused on enforcement proceedings and litigation actions. Now, is this directly going to be related back to XRP? A lot of people are speculating that that is going to be the case. More importantly as well, we do know that the new Binance CEO has connections back to Ripple and the significant movement of XRP to top exchanges. Likewise, we know BitTrade, a Japanese exchange here, and has listed XRP as well as Shiba Inu on it. So there is this desire both in the Asian markets to get XRP, and we see it being listed on more and more exchanges. So what is the excitement around this? It says here that the community about potential settlements in Ripple's ongoing legal battle with the SEC over the status of XRP. For those intrigued by Ripple's journey and looking to understand it, please have a look into it. Ultimately, been in a long court case with the SEC. Now, a lot of people predict, or a lot of people talked about CZ being the last piece of the puzzle, the ultimate in the way of the ETF launch, and more importantly, therefore, potential mass adoption for cryptocurrency underneath that regulatory umbrella. And I think this is where XRP could really start to come in the forefront. Equally, when you take a look at the price action, you can see there there's been an increase of about 12.5% over the past month, significant increase for the year, and the market capitalization around 33 billion, which we talked about. The 10-day SMA at 61.40 converging with the 200 SMA at 61.52, suggesting a potential shift in market sentiment. The near convergence could indicate a period of uncertainty and possible trend reversal. Proximity of these two average signifies that XRP is at a pivotal point where a significant movement could dictate the short-term market direction. Now, we'll take a look in a bit more detail at those technicals, but again, this pivot on XRP, we've seen a downward trend, whereas the market has been moving on the hype of these XRPs, on the ETFs. And now we see a slight conversion on that. We see XRP doing the absolute opposite and starting to move when the market is maybe cooling down. Now, we talked about this exchange. Big news. Like I said, good to see XRP continues to move on and continues to get more adoption into some of these exchanges. Remember, loads of exchanges did delist on the back of that SEC action and has been delisted now for a number of years. What does this mean? Well, it's going to bring significant more volume and awareness to XRP, and that has to be something that we are pretty bullish on. So it's never a good video unless we talk about an insane price prediction for XRP, namely $470 is on the cards now, depending on who you listen to and what view you take. Ultimately, a lot of people taking historical data to give you a prediction of what might come. So specifically here, it says here, each one saw at least 600% rise, with the highest sitting about 75,000%. However, the most important one is the fourth, which looks to be nearing its completion. Using the previous performance at the end of each triangle, the analysts put forward three major price targets that could play out in this triangle formation is completed. Namely, those price targets sits around $4.20, $7.20, and then equally a significant move up to the potential $470 if there was a 75,000% rally. Now, you do have to bear in mind the bull run of 2021 was an insane cycle. We topped out just under 4 trillion, but analysts predict a potential $13 trillion market cap. Now, if you were to say something like XRP moves in line with Solana and actually gains 10% on value, you'd be talking about a $1.84 XRP. So just to give you context on it, are we going to see $470 in the next year? Probably not. If we get an absolutely insane move, could we see a $10 XRP? I think that is much more. What we're going to need though for this kind of big momentum will be massive exchanges, massive financial institutions, all holding XRP, all using it as a store of value and ultimately to move liquidity liquidity around in some of these financial institutions. So again, do be mindful that some of these obviously are significant price points, and whether we'll get to them is another matter. So what have we got in terms of price right now? Actually, if you go to the macro on the chart, we're on the 15-minute here, just to give you a bit of the short term, looking pretty good. We're expecting this continuation on the uptrend on the 15-minute. So we've come slightly further out onto the 4-hour. You can see a very similar story, albeit we bottomed out and starting to print. Looks like we might just be about to break on this upper trend line to give us a solid move. Now, what we do need to see though is this red line starting to come to the upside, which will be the 20-day EMA crossing the yellow line, the 50-day EMA, giving us a bit more of a very bullish momentum in the short term. Bear in mind on the 12-hour, on the 4-hour. Coming out to the daily chart though, this gives us a bit of a worsening picture, in fact, and actually we're starting to see a slight downtrend. So we're looking for the potential break. If you were to take the downtrend where it comes from, we'll be looking for this break right now and then hold at this point. We do know that the kind of 6284, 63 is significant in terms of resistance and support, but actually the longer time frames, the 200 and 100, still looking very bullish momentum. We need to keep volume up, and that could definitely signify a strong move up in XRP. But as always, let me know what you think down below in the comments. What do you think this meeting on November 30th is truly all about? And do you think we're very close to a settlement? I'm always interested to know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this kind of video and you're still at the end, smash that like button. That's how I know you enjoy it. And subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.